Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to DSP versus the Internet for June 17th, 2023. This is part 2 of our 6-part show for the weekend, and I hope that you guys are enjoying. We're still in Ultra Member videos, meaning people who are Ultra Members of the channel suggest videos, and we watch those first before we get to the general members who are going to be in a shuffled order. So let's continue and let's see what the other Ultra Members had to suggest for the week. If you would like to support this show and be a part of the fun, consider becoming a member today. It is the members that suggest all the videos for my show every week. All right, let's continue.
You know, when I was a little boy, my grandfather told me there are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and celebrities saying stupid shit on Twitter.
Huh.
I like to put my sack between my legs and scoot across the carpet. It tickles.
Are you fucking for real, dude? Are you joking, or?
I'm serious.
Cool. Why don't you step away from me before I knock you the fuck out?
I want Drake to just murder my vagina.
So what do you want from me?
Just step away from me, man.
No need to.
I will knock you the fuck
defensive.
out. I don't want to hear about your sack. I'm sending a text to my wife. Back off me, or I'll physically fuck you up.
Okay.
I'm serious. Do it.
I'm not trying to start a fight with you. If a girl is drunk, is it okay to have sex with her?
That's fucking Dr. Phil.
It's like a threshold of 2 drunk.
Yeah, I think they're.
And I think you have to be drunk too.
Yeah,
Somewhere along those lines.
and I feel like she gotta be like, okay. But if she's like, nah, I don't want it. But I
Reply
don't.
with yes or no at Dr. Phil. # teens accused.
What the fuck?
She actually thinks her baby's Jesus. I am pregnant, and it is Jesus.
You have no idea how much I want to slap out of you right now.
Dude, you're saying the right things to start a fight with me, man.
Really?
Yeah, do you want me to, like, call the cops on you for being a creep?
No.
Or do you want me to fucking hit you?
What if I told you were on a hidden camera prank show and I was pranking you?
What's going on?
Do ants have dicks?
Oh my god.
Drags on the ground like mine.
What? What the fuck? Whoa, what kind of answer was that?
If everybody in the world dropped out of school, the world would be a much more intelligent place.
Wow.
I guess it depends how early they drop out.
Do you know where to find conference tables? Because I'm looking to have a conference.
Yeah, they
Not until I get the table, though.
Sure.
Guess what? Show me the fucking thing. Show me the fucking relief. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm reading celebrity tweets. So
Listen.
I'm just saying celebrity
I'm in the Screen
tweets.
Actors Guild.
Oh, good for you!
He said, I'm in the Screen Actors Guild. Oh, good for you. Screen Actors Guild.
I'm in the Screen Actors Guild. I will knock you the fuck out. I don't want to hear about you. I'm in the Screen Actors Guild.
And the award for most butthurt shopper in a Target goes to Jesse Pinkman's grandfather.
Are you fucking for real, dude?
You know, you'd have to eat 5 apples today to get the same nutritional value as an apple from 1950.
What?
# fallow.
Wow. He's like, really? Really?
You can discover everything you need to know about everything.
For those, if you can't see, oh, you can see. I was going to say, can you see it's all Jaden Smith? Apparently, Jaden Smith is really stupid. He's reading some of the dumbest tweets I've ever seen. He's reading them all out. It's all the same kid. Wow.
By looking at your hands.
I'm not today.
Yeah.
Did he say not today? But not today. No, it does not work today. Wow. Anyway, that was pretty stupid. Wow. I mean, listen, just reading the tweets is funny. Oops, there goes my controller.
This morning is British daytime talk show, and recently they have chef on their
Just reading the tweets
You know,
is
when I was
funny,
a little...
but to actually read them to random people, I don't know. I think what he realizes is that if he just read the tweet, it wouldn't be funny enough. So by having it like read to a person and having their reaction, he thinks that adds to it or makes it more funny. I don't know. I don't think, like, I'll be honest, if a guy just walked up to me in a fucking Target and he's like, yo, I want to drag my balls across the carpet, I'd be like, dude, I don't know what the fuck your problem is, but just leave me alone. because you're really weird, and I want nothing to do with you. You know, I don't know if I would threaten to beat the shit out of the guy, but I think that was an honest, natural reaction to someone telling you about they want to scrape their balls against the carpet or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So, I get it, though. I guess this guy is trying to get reactions from people, right? Pretty stupid. All right, let's continue. What the hell is this? This looks like the setup for a horror movie.
Yo, where the fuck are we going? Calm down, yo. I'm telling you, it's right up here. The spot is cool. The food, it smacks, bro. I'm telling you, just...
It's right up here in the middle of the fucking woods. Where are you going? Guy's gonna jump out and slash them into pieces. I'm calling it. What the fuck is going on? Why is this guy pushing the car?
Can't believe you left the lights on, bro. Yo, here it is. See that right there?
What the hell is this? A carnival? Oh, guess what? That was fast. Guess what? That fast, I can't continue. It says, we have detected the audio in your stream, and your stream may be temporarily blocked. It was literally 50 seconds. We didn't even get 50 seconds in, and I had to skip it. So was it a music video? People were saying it was a music video. Well, again, that's the risk you take. If you're gonna nominate something to be watched that is like an established music video with a record label and everything, some of these things are fucking real picky. And this one, we didn't even get to the song, and it already gave me the warning. So here's what I'll say: we're gonna continue on. Hopefully, the stream won't shut down. If the stream does shut down, it comes back within 2 minutes. Just so you know, this has happened before. So just be patient. Hopefully, it doesn't shut down the stream. But my apology, whoever that ultra member was. Sadly, that's the risk we take, and obviously, I can't have the stream shut off, so we can't react to it. Sorry. Look at this. Goku versus Vegeta mods in Street Fighter 6. Alright. So this is weird. The game's only been out for 2 weeks. They already have crazy mods, huh?
Smart choice.
Okay.
When it's all said and done, they go call me a legend.
What's funny is I never watched this fight intro. You could have that play in the game. I don't watch that. They're playing Dragon Ball music.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Come.
Ryu. That's definitely Ryu on the left. I don't know who Vegeta is. Maybe Vegeta's Ken. So this is like a combo exhibition. Yeah, he's doing a combo exhibition with as Goku is Ryu. Alright, the copyright warning is gone, by the way. Amazing. We see Vegeta do something.
I don't have time to play. Come on.
No, apparently it's all Goku. When will Vegeta do something? We've already seen Ryu. His outfit got destroyed. Oh, was there a destruction? Because there is a mechanic in Street Fighter 6 the outfits get destroyed over time, but it only is on the single player content. It's not in the multiplayer mode online.
Ryu wins.
It's weird. You look under his chin, it looks like it's a mask on his chin, like he has a strap here or something. It looks a little weird. Alright, now we get to see Vegeta.
Now's not the time for jokes.
Ken is silly kicks in this game. I like the Dalsim stage. Look at all the elephants in the background. It's really nice. And, you know, when you're playing the game, you can't really look at the background. So it's nice. Now I get to actually look at the elaborate backgrounds of the game. I like the elephants. The elephant goes crazy. Now, why doesn't it have these Street Fighter 2 hyper fighting sound effects? Of all the elephants going crazy. I miss the elephant, you know, screaming. Boom. Level 3. Perfect KO. Yeah, Ken doesn't have any like Hadouken super, right? Nothing. It's all Shoryukens and kicks. I wish that he had a Hadouken super or something that looks like a beam attack or something. He has nothing, just all these punches. That's the different one. Yeah, he has 2 variations of the level 3. That's the other variation.
Yeah. Can't beat me.
Can't beat.
Ken wins.
And that's the video. I was asked, where do you submit clips? If you become a member, all right, there's a thread every week on the community tab of this channel where you post up your videos. If you're an Ultra member, Ultra members have their own thread, and those are guaranteed to be watched. While if you're a standard member, those members compete on a shuffle basis. I just shuffle the playlist up. Right now, we're still in the Ultra member submissions. So, all right, let's continue. That was decent, but it's a little annoying. Their faces don't move. I guess they couldn't do that. They couldn't animate. I mean, they're not animators. They're just skinning the characters, right? Not bad. I think that the skins look pretty good, actually. Okay. Cringe Arena. I'm sure this one will be good. Cringe Arena.
Chris Carr, Seymour, Illinois.
Oh my God.
Freddie? Freddie! Fred! I think I see him. He's right over here.
Come on, pig. Piggy. Come on, piggy.
What the fuck? Now, hold on a second here. Hog calling contest. Excuse me. Like, here's the thing. Like, I can understand it's a hog calling contest, but I feel like they're missing the mark slightly. There's a critical component that seems to be missing from this contest. The fucking pig. They're not calling a real pig. What's the point of just standing there and showing how you call the hogs if you're not actually testing it to see if it works? Right? Should it not be? Like, did you ever see the movie Babe? And I know, obviously, the movie Babe is not real. But they have a contest where, I think it's sheep herding. So how do they do it? They actually herd the goddamn sheep. Right? So, why are they not actually calling the pig? So that to see if the pigs will respond to this or not. Just doing this doesn't mean anything. Right? You could literally say, hey, come over here. Wow, that was great. Well, how do you know it works? Like, I don't understand why they're doing it. It doesn't make any sense they would do it like this. Right? I don't know. We'll watch a little bit more. I don't know if I could. I don't think I could stand 4 minutes of this. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. You sound just like them.
So I've actually grew up in this city, but I actually studied this and watched it. So we'll see how well I do today.
All right, we don't care. We don't care about your backstory. Oh no. Oh no. This is, I live in the city and this is what I studied. This is what I was busy studying. And he's so proud of himself too. Like, nailed it! I've nailed it! Oh my god! This can't be real. There's no effing way this is real. Nah, this is a prank video. Oh my god. There's no fucking way this is real. Oh my god. This is very real, people are saying. What the fuck? What'd she say?
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Yeah, that's all. Let's move on to the next one. Holy
So
shit.
recently it seems like everyone has been talking about this YouTuber named iDubbz, real name Ian, and his recent controversy. And you have a very divided outlook on the whole situation.
I don't know anything about any controversy around iDubbz. What I know is that he was the guy who made Content Cop, and he was the one who made the video about Keemstar that went like viral and huge. And then I guess at one point he just flat out stopped making content. Like he quit, right? He just like fell off the face of the earth. And no one knows why. But then I guess he came back recently and he made a couple of videos and people like don't like him. I don't know. I haven't followed this at all. I know absolutely nothing whatsoever about the situation. So I'm just going to approach this from an outsider's perspective, watching this for the first time. I don't know what's going on.
Situation when it comes to the internet. I've never really talked about this guy because I didn't really know about his career, but now I do, and this is a very interesting situation. But to really understand his story, I have to take you back to almost a decade ago when this man was considered a premier feature on the platform. Originally, he used to always come out in this guy Filthy Frank's videos, and eventually Ian went on to make quite the name for himself with his Content Cop series, where he called out different people on the internet in a comedic way. He really pushed the boundaries when it came to making politically incorrect commentary. At this time, which was around 2015 to 2017, iDubbz could be described as an edgy YouTuber.
I'm gay. Any last words, Keemstar?
Drama Alert Nation, now over 1,386,000.
And this was very popular at the time on YouTube, was to basically make anti-SJW content, and him and H3H3 gained massive fan bases from doing so, while also clowning on other random internet people. Their careers actually draw a lot of parallels in their totality. Now at the time I wasn't really watching YouTube. I had just gotten into college, so it just wasn't something I really cared about. But clearly a lot of people love this guy.
What the fuck? Is he in the sewer?
I mean, he was like some sort of YouTube demigod who could do no wrong in the eyes of the majority. He was insanely popular, and I guess his main draw was the fact that he was really just willing to say what a lot of people think, but wouldn't dare say. This can be a very lucrative role to fill in the internet ecosystem, but these days you can't really get away with that type of activity without getting casted away to some other non-mainstream platform. And basically what happened is about 5 years ago in 2017, he stopped making the Content Cop series and switched to a much more tame style of video. From here, he was still making jokey, comedy-style content, but it was a far cry from the edge he displayed in his previous work.
I want to stand up against the libtard cogs. The joke police are gonna come after you whether you're left or right, no matter who you are. They don't fucking care. They're just out for blood. They will ignore any sign of a joke. They will ignore fucking every single bit of context.
And he kept it mostly safe in these new uploads.
I see the difference.
But still his audience loved him, and it wasn't really until mid-2020 when a large portion of his former followers would see the first little kink in his armor. Namely, iDubbz would upload a video where he would express that he was perfectly fine with and even encouraged his longtime girlfriend Anissa to make an OnlyFans page.
A section of my audience who thinks they know me and my opinion on sex work. You can sort of see where these two will collide.
With the type of audience he had cultivated up until this point, there was obviously a divide in the reaction, as many began to call him things like a simp and a cuck for this behavior. To which his reply was basically, I'm not your older edgy brother that you look up to anymore.
A good amount of people are just doing the reasonable thing and just making jokes and laughing about it. But there's a whole nother group of people who feel personally devastated and betrayed. You lied to us. First of all, I'm not your fucking dad. Like, if you don't want to look up to me anymore, that's fine. I don't want you to look up to me.
Now you have to...
Why did anyone look up to him in the first place? He was just making comedic content. Why? I think it's a big problem with content creators on the internet is people just immediately turn them into like idols or oh, you're my role model. Why? All I do is make dumb shit on the internet. Why the fuck are you looking up to me? I'm just trying to make a, get by, make a living or whatever, right? Anyway.
Understand that back when he was releasing Content Cop, his girlfriend was a big proponent in the making of the series, which makes people upset at both of them for their change in their tune. So after the OF announcement, their relationship became a bit of a running joke to his old community. From here, Ian would continue to disavow his former content multiple times.
And I'm like, I can't believe we literally harassed an 18-year-old child at her show. It's like kind of.
That's I guess when you put it that way, that sounds good. Is that we both used to be like edgy comedians, and we were a part of the larger commentary community. And as we've aged, we've realized that you know, you want to conduct yourself differently.
Well, when you start interacting
caring
with the actual world, and you're not in your bedroom creating like sitting in your bedroom for 19 hours creating a hit piece on someone, basically, and you actually interact with human beings, you sort of realize like that isn't really real life.
Those videos, like you said now, they were a hit piece, and when you look back at it, you cringe at it.
Absolutely.
It's not something that could have been sustainable even if you wanted to.
Look, if you didn't change,
you couldn't.
You'd be Keemstar.
From here, he would double down and
if you didn't change, you'd be Keemstar. Remember, H3 hates Keemstar, right? They've had like crazy public battles back and forth, making nasty videos about each other and shit. So, not surprising to hear him drop that, right? Like, boom. But anyway, like, no, here's the thing. I can understand where they're coming from. Take a look at my career. When I started on YouTube, I was the dumb, edgy idiot who always made sexual jokes, who always made racial jokes, and anything that I could do to get a rise out of my audience and have people talking about my latest video playthrough or whatever of a new game, right? I would say the dumbest shit, and it would go viral, and people would, oh my God. And so I get that. And now, you know, now I've gotten older. I don't want to make that crap anymore. I don't want to do that stuff. I want to enjoy games for what they are. I want to have good social interactions with my community that are, you know, not harmful to others and not stupid, immature shit. So I totally understand that. I totally get that 100%. I don't know where the OnlyFans discussion comes into play, though. What does that have to do with anything? Like, who cares? If he's a content creator, right, and all he does is make content, why entertain the discussion? It almost feels like by bringing it up, it becomes like he's pushing that to the forefront. I could be wrong here because I don't know how the discussion started. It seems like they showed he made a video about it. Why did you make a video about it? Just ignore it. You're making content. Just make the content for the internet. What does that have to do with anything you're doing? Why do you even have to talk about it, right? It's a little, I don't know, it's a little weird, but again, I even watched this video, I don't understand the whole situation. Certainly, I don't support that, right? If you're with a significant other, that whole side of things is supposed to be for yourself. Like, you know, when you have I don't know if he's married or not. I guess maybe he's not. I don't think they said it was his wife, but, you know, that's supposed to be a committed relationship between two people. So that side of things is for you, right? So I wouldn't agree with that, obviously, to have sexual content of you or your partner out on the internet and you're trying to sell it to make money. Then why are you in a relationship, right? I don't get that. But that's my take. And you could disagree with that. I have no right to say it's right or wrong. Why? I guess people are judging him, but he's like so self-conscious about it that he's making whole videos about it. Why? Just make your content and ignore the nonsense. Who cares what the fuck people have to say about that bullshit? That's not even that content, right? Anyway.
Distance himself from his past, saying that he had a strong dislike for not only his old videos, but also the audience he had cultivated that made him rich and famous, basically calling them incel basement dwellers.
I did not like the interactions that I had with fans. There were quite a few human beings that I interacted with.
In person?
Yeah, in person, that just sucked. They just sucked because I attracted a lot of people who sucked. Some people were, as I described earlier, were very much like antisocial, weird, basement dwellers. And
what would they say? What would they do?
Things that I am certainly not going to repeat. I'm talking bad words. Fringy behavior.
Now this is where a majority of those old viewers really turned their back on this man, as many considered this shift in his views and personality to be disingenuous. In the words of Turkey Tom, iDubbz essentially made a career telling edgy jokes, videos his girlfriend helped him produce, and then when it became non-mainstream to do so, he pulled the ladder up and wanted to crucify his former audience for being edgelords. And they really were not open to hearing any of that, but if you out there want to listen intently, then you need to check out Raycon. I use Raycon's everyday earbuds. Well,
all right. Well, this is an ad. I want to skip ahead to continuing on with what's going on here. I'm still skipping. Okay, here we go.
As the latest arc in iDubbz's career has been him basically becoming the orchestrator of one of these influencer boxing events that he dubbed as the Creator Clash. After putting on a successful show last year, him and his girlfriend were working on Creator Clash 2 and invited a man named Froggy Fresh to fight. Froggy knew he was going to fight for the greater part of a year and was apparently training very hard for the event. Then around a month before they were set to fight, they announced that he was essentially banned. This created massive backlash online, and you even had people like Gideon offering a $100,000 donation to charity if they would put Froggy back on the card.
What happened?
Because after all, the event is largely for charity. But still, he and his wife ignored these pleas.
Why'd he get banned?
And they went on to give the dude who was supposed to fight Froggy a horrible matchup, all the while getting destroyed online for doing so. And the important thing to acknowledge here is that iDubbz banned this guy Froggy because he went to train with a comedian named Sam Hyde, who iDubbz has some deep-rooted beef with. Sam Hyde is basically one of the most successful trolls of all time, and he is a bit of an internet legend with his own cult following for also pushing the boundaries of politically incorrect humor for years. These two do not like each other after iDubbz tried to make a documentary about Sam Hyde's private life, where Sam felt like he was basically trying to be on some slick shit to make him look bad.
I thought it'd be funny for your fans. I thought they'd like it.
The whole thing?
I would never do anything
The whole thing's a ruse.
Actually hurt you or upset you or make you look foolish. I would not do that.
We did get duped by Sam. We didn't get pranked in quite the way we thought we were going to get pranked. It's not easy to say that I'm like happy with the conclusion because I'm still wondering kind of what's real and what's fake, legitimately.
He definitely viewed me as a tool, like a documentary subject, stepping stone, guy that he could eviscerate with his big brain in order to make 4chan stop calling him a cuck.
Yeah, that was the plan.
That was his plan.
And at this point, Sam has also gone on record multiple times to make fun of iDubbz and his relationship with his wife, as well as her OnlyFans presence.
Fucking Anissa. What an ugly piece of shit. But look how beat she is. Oh, nice jack-o'-lantern teeth.
That's like
I can't wait to see what she looks like when she's 32. Her teeth look like a pumpkin head. Like it's the Anissa Joma hole stretcher. I'm sending this to Anissa's OnlyFans. It goes directly into charity.
Yeah.
In response to all of this backlash, Ian would release his own response to the drama, where he would once again disavow his old content, saying that he was ashamed of who he was in the past.
I think a lot of the content I've made has been irresponsible and misguided. And I think I've hurt a lot of people with the content I've made. With some good can come a lot of bad. And I think I've done a lot of bad, and at the bare minimum, I've just put a lot of negativity out there in the world, and I'm working on not doing that.
While also saying that Froggy was booted from the card because he worked with Sam Hyde and planned to make content with him in doing so.
The main reason Froggy was kicked from the card was for collaborating with Sam Hyde. And, for anyone who's been following the story, that's, fairly obvious. Froggy has explained his side of the story multiple times. And unfortunately, he's been perpetuating a narrative that it's about OnlyFans or that it's about Anissa's mom. And
do you see how stupid all this is? Because it's just drama propagating more drama, propagating more drama, propagating more drama, and just making more drama. But you know what? More content for these people, right? Like, listen, if you made a certain kind of content in the past, and you don't want to make that content anymore, you have the right to change. Now, excuse me, your fan base very much has the ability to turn on you as well. That's happened to me. It really has. People who used to like me back in the day don't like the fact that I've changed and I don't make that kind of content anymore, right? Because I was back in the day, I was the kind of guy, again, no comment was off the table. Anything racial, sexual, slamming other content creators for no good reason, just literally to cause drama, right? That was fine. That was acceptable content back then, over a decade ago or whatever. And then over the course of the last 6-7 years, I've distinctly changed who I am and the content that I make for the better, And I feel that today my content's much better than it ever was, and it's not popular anymore. Why? Because people don't want good content. They want drama. They want cringe. They want nonsense. They want harmful content. They think that that's entertainment, right? That's what's the most popular content on the internet. So this guy has a right. If I used to make harmful content, I don't want to make it anymore. But his viewers absolutely have the right to turn and say, hey, guess what? We don't like your content anymore, okay? But then everything else around here is bullshit, right? Literally everything else around here is bullshit. It's kind of ridiculous that all the personal stuff becomes public, and the next thing you know, now people are talking about the significant other and OnlyFans. Now there's a guy you don't like because we were supposed to have a documentary, but the documentary was a fake documentary, and we were pulling pranks on each other. But it's kind of weird because that's what iDubbz used to do. So Sam Hyde was doing the same thing with him, or was he doing the same thing with Sam Hyde? And now each side says something different, and now they hate each other. Now I'm an organizer of internet creator boxing events. First of all, where the hell did this fucking idea come from, and why is it popular? I have no idea besides stupidity. I don't get the appeal of it whatsoever. But then on top of that, so now I'm doing that event, and now someone is in the event who's involved with someone I don't like, so now they're banned from the event. What? Well, when you made the event and you signed the guy up, did you make it in the rules? Did it say in the rules, Sam Hyde can't be a part of the event in any way, shape, or form, and you can't involve yourself with him? Because if it didn't, then actually what he's doing is kind of wrong, in my opinion. You can't just ban someone from an event outright because they're associating with someone you don't like, right? Did he have it in the rules to say that? Because he's like, he changed the rules in the middle of the event that was already planned and everything hyped up. That's kind of messed up. It almost feels like what happened is iDubbz was the kind of guy, he would strike out at people on the internet and create drama and profit off of it. Well, now the tables have turned, correct? Now people are striking out on him and he can't really take it, right? It seems like he dished it all out years ago, but now he can't take the same stuff he used to dish out. That's not good, obviously. And it seems like it is backfiring in his face, right? Because this is the shit they're saying about him, about his girlfriend, and now his boxing event sucks because of it. Oh, well, Sam Hyde is involved with the guy boxing. I don't like that guy, so this guy's banned. What? It's stupid. No, it's a boxing event. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Right? Nothing. Yeah, he seems like he's like overly defensive and sensitive now. I mean, at least from what I get from this mini documentary. It looks like there's like 3 minutes left. Let's get through it.
That's extremely deceptive.
And so essentially he didn't want to be involved with someone who was cool with a man who was bashing his wife and, in his words, harassing them. And that's honestly very reasonable to me. But the thing is, when you made a career with the help of this woman making this edgy content clowning on people, and then you two both can't take a single joke without getting butthurt, and also taking an opportunity away from someone in the process who had already worked very hard,
that's right.
It's just
Completely
not a very
unfair.
good look. And his old audience is making sure this is known, as they basically berate him for being a massive hypocrite. I mean, some of them feel legitimately hurt by this complete 180 in a lot of his views.
Who's that?
Like an old friend to Big Brother who changed completely.
Another thing we have to watch out for is saying things like,
"This is sick, man. This is sick, disgusting stuff.
It's not even funny. It's just disgusting. I didn't find that humorous. It's just simply repulsive." Now, if that's your genuine reaction to something, that's fine. That's your reaction. But if you're a critic, a writer, someone who has to, like, form valued opinions that people want to share online, then you need to put a little bit more effort into your critiques.
And I bring this all up today mainly because I find the entire situation to be very interesting. Because on one hand, I don't really think he's just necessarily grifting to the politically correct side of things, and I think he genuinely doesn't really like who he was before. But with that being said, who he was before allowed him to be rich and famous, and enabled him to be making the moves he currently is today. Ultimately in this life you reap what you sow, and it's not surprising his audience would react like this. I feel like most comedians would face this type of backlash if they began to be so against words. And at the end of the day, this man chose to marry someone who he knew was doing these things online. And so I guess to me it's like, yes, you should stand up for your wife, but also don't be surprised when people have this type of commentary about your life. These videos they made are half a decade old at this point. So what do you think? Do you find this change in
It's ridiculous because he knew exactly what was going to happen. He was the person who used to do it, right? He was the guy who used to go out there and make the videos about people just like that, and now people are doing it to him and he can't take it. Oh my god. You know, well, dude, Like, you almost set the table, right? You set the table of precedent that this would be popular content on YouTube. And now you can't take it yourself because people have turned the tables against you doing the same thing. That's, you know, what did you expect was going to happen? I mean, from this perspective, all right, all I can say is I agree with that criticism. It seems like this was someone who at one time used to call people out on the internet in a very dramatic fashion, and now that people do it to him, he can't take it. And he has there's very valid criticisms here of him being a hypocrite or whatever. Like, listen, if you like my old content, that old style of commentary and stuff that I used to do, and you don't like me now, that's fine. You know, what can I say? It's a valid criticism if you really liked who I was back then or whatever. But what I could say is I'm still successful today making the kind of content that I like to make, and I'm not writing on $1 million, $2 million, $10 million I made back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like the content I make for the content. They don't like the content because of someone I was 15 years ago. Let me tell you, very few people probably still watch me from 15 years ago, you know. But if people like the content today, that's why they're here. So it seems like what they're saying is the only reason this guy still has pertinence is because of the content he made back then. No one likes his current stuff, and people are calling him out for it constantly because he's rolling in dough from what he made back in the day. Well, there you go. Again, first time I've ever seen anything about this guy. So anyway, that's it for this part of DSP versus the Internet. I hope you enjoyed it, and we still have much more to come. Thanks for watching. Consider becoming a member if you want to be the person to suggest content for the next show. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Part 3 coming up.